Senator Crystal Asige.
Thank you, Speaker, for allowing me to also contribute to this motion with regards to the new appointment of our Inspector General of the National Police Service. Speaker, my contribution will be very brief and to the point. I am standing here still extremely hurt and disappointed as to how Kenya has been portrayed and the suffering and the killings and pain that we have seen over the past 2 months, especially, Speaker. We sat here 2 years ago and vetted and appointed the former IG, who, unfortunately, he has become one of the most disappointing appointments that Kenya has seen in its National Police Service. And I say that honestly and sincerely, Speaker. With this new IG appointment, Speaker, and the vetting that has been done with the Joint Committee, I don't think that 39 years of a career will do it for me. I don't think that a CV really tells what somebody is, his or her morals, and what they intend to do once they get into a position. A CV is just a piece of paper, Mr. Speaker. And an interview process, anyone can speak and have the gift of the gab, as they call it, and woo the entire committee. But frankly, to me, Speaker, the proof will be in the pudding. The proof will be in what he does in his first 100 days, in his first year, in his first day in office, Speaker. That will be what will determine the intention of this new IG and where he would like to take the National Police Service. Speaker, 2 months later, we still have conflicting police reports. And I wish that this be his first order of business. Conflicting reports on how many people have died in the anti-government protests the last 2 months. We have heard the president give his number, IPOA give their number, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights give their number, and still, right now in the mortuary, we have over 240 unidentified bodies sitting, lying, and with no clue of where they came from. Some of them have been changed in terms of they've been picked up in one location, and you go to the morgue and you see that they have a tag saying another location for another crime or another accident. Mr. Speaker, it's an absolute mess. And I wish that this become his first order of business and become his priority if and when he gets into office. Mr. Speaker, 2 months later still, we still have bodies, like I said, unidentified. We have abductions still going on, with the most former that has gone viral on the internet being of a popular blogger named Maverick Aoko, just released yesterday. Mr. Speaker, 2 months later, we still have families who are left in the dark. They don't know where their kids are, their family members, their loved ones.
What is your point of order, Senator Mandago?
Honorable Speaker, Standing Order 105 on statement of fact. I've heard Senator Asige say Aoko was abducted. There's a difference between police arrest and being abducted. I think it is time that we also set record straight that the police must be left to do their work. That is the reason why the Honorable Parliament...
Order, Senator Kio. Minority Leader. Order, Senator Mazai.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, you must protect me because I get surprised Proceed. When senior counsel like Omogen, who was in this house and passed the Cybercrime Act, would want to gag the police from doing their work. Can Senator Asige substantiate the allegation of abduction? Otherwise, she should withdraw the statement and apologize to the police of this country.
Senator Crystal Asige, you have made a very heavy statement that a blogger was abducted. Are you in a position to substantiate that claim? If not, then you may proceed to withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, as I was contributing, perhaps a good senator from Wasingishu didn't hear me correctly. What I said was that on social media, there are reports of a blogger who has been abducted. I did not say Speaker. Anything else apart from that? Speaker, I'll continue. What I was trying to continue to say is that there are still families who are also left in the dark.
Senator Crystal Asige, you've said abductions are still going on. I heard you correctly. Right. Abductions don't happen in social media.
Speaker, the reports that are coming from social media, I said, are that there are still abductions ongoing.
But, you know, social media may not be the correct source.
Correct, Speaker. And I hope that the new IG that is incoming will unturn every single stone so that we can get down to the bottom of these
Honorable
reports.
Senators, order. Did you verify the information you got from the social media, Senator Crystal Asige?
Speaker, I was continuing to say that I'm hoping that the new IG will take it upon himself to prioritize unturning all of these stones and all of these allegations that are ongoing so that we can find out the truth and he can do his job in informing the country of the true position of what is going on, Speaker.
Proceed.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, families should also be given information about their whereabouts of their loved ones who are still missing, who are still seeking for answers to questions that they've been having over several months now, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also want to say that I hope that the new IG will take note of the court ruling that has pronounced itself clearly about using live bullets, about clothing, and masked officers roaming our streets, Speaker. I hope that this will also be rectified through his tenure when he reaches the office that he is going to assume soon, Speaker, because these kinds of things cannot continue in a republic of Kenya. We are not a banana republic, Mr. Speaker, and I hope that this is definitely prioritized by the new IG. Mr. Speaker, I hope that he works to follow the law, not work to follow anyone else's orders or anyone else's opinions or anyone else's way of doing business, Speaker, is what I'm saying. The law is clear and it's very concise, and he needs to, hopefully, I want to believe that he will be following it.
Senator Sick.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much for this opportunity that you've given me also to come to support this motion and take the floor to speak much more about the nominee IG, Douglas Kancha. At this opportunity when the country really want to have the IG at the moment. Honorable Speaker, I happen to be in the Committee of National Security in the Senate Joint Committee with National Assembly, and we had an interactive session with the nominee, and we realized that the experience the nominee has and has worked in this country is quite enormous, and we were a bit impressed, and we really brought this to the limelight of the entire country, that this is the right nominee, somebody who have come from the constable to the position of the Deputy Inspector General of Police. This is enormous. This is something that we really encourage. We thank God that we can really still have officers who can work through ranks, different ranks, without even going to a different rank. He went through all the ranks, from the first rank of the or corporal to the Director General of Police. Honorable Speaker, this motivates the entire service for them to understand that somebody can rise from the constable position or even from constable to the IG position. So this brought to the experiences of this officer. We really realized that that is a very important opportunity for the rest and even for the entire country. Honorable Speaker, the nominee promised the committee and the entire country that because we were live and we broadcasted all this throughout the entire country, he promised to deal with issues of corruption, particularly on the issue of traffic, where we realize that there is a big issue and a big gap in this country. He also promised that he will look at the issues of deployment of staff on areas of, that has shortages and try to bring some staffing issues within the force and even discipline within the force. These are the issues that he could really brought to the committee and to the Kenyans when he was being vetted by our Committee of National Security. Honorable Speaker, I want to request that as we continue to approve this nomination of this officer, Douglas Kancha, I request that the nominee would really observe and address a few issues that really were coming very strongly during the interview and to the members of the committees and to also to the public, because we received quite a number of memoranda through public participations and all that. And I really request that the nominee address the issue of vehicles, shortage of police vehicles. We realize that a number of stations, police stations, has no vehicles. If there is no vehicle, then there is no fuel, there is no transport, there is no supervision, there is no security, there's a highly shortage of security. The issue of houses in this country for police is something that really is something that has been a big problem. Most of our police are also staying at this Viosk. Most of them stays at shanty areas, and even it's horrible. It's a horrible situation for the police police service. Honorable Speaker, I also want the nominee to address the issue of border points, particularly on areas of, these border points where, like in Kajiado, we have a big problem where the Tanzania authorities are really threatening members of this country. They are abducting, they are arresting, they take our...
Senator Richard